Today on All Things 80s, we're going to review a random Star Wars figure. Welcome back to All Things 80s, and I thought for a bit of fun we could do a regular feature where we review a random vintage Star Wars figure. So in order to really make it random, I'm going to use an online number generator and then reference that number to the card back and see what figure we get. So without further ado, let's go and pick a random action figure. So here we are with Pruneface. Now, this was a figure I did not have as a child, and in actual fact was unaware of as a child, because by the time this figure was released, I had stopped buying Star Wars figures. Now, when I recently got back into collecting Star Wars again and saw this figure, I wrongly assumed he was part of Jabba's crew, when in actual fact, he is there at the briefing at the Rebel base prior to the Battle of Endor, so he very much is on the Rebel side. Now, a couple of interesting points. The cape, or the cloak, is a rather weirdly constructed cloak that does not sit at all well on the figure. It just wants to keep coming off his head, and it really doesn't look that great. So when we take the cloak off, we're left with a rather interesting looking character here. You know, part dog turd, part pirate, I don't know. Bizarre head shape, but that was the correct shape of head as seen on the behind the scenes photographs from Return of the Jedi. Now, 9 times out of 10 when you see this figure for sale, he is of course missing the cape and the rather unique rifle, which is like nothing else as seen on any other Star Wars figures. I've no idea if this was sculpted especially for the figure or if that was something else that Kenner may have had lying around, because we don't actually see this guy in action in the movie. He's just sort of sitting there at the briefing. Now, I guess it's all right actually. It's obviously not one of my favourite figures, but it is what it is, and if you want a complete collection, you do have to go out of your way to get them. Got some nice cargo pants there. The other thing was, I think there were 3 of them sitting at the briefing at the Rebel base, so this is the one they chose to make the figure of. And again, as with a lot of the Return of the Jedi figures, it's one of these ones where blink and you miss them in the movie. And with regards to the card back, I'm having to assume that that was a publicity still, because I don't recall seeing that in the movie, that actual picture. So, all in all, not particularly a great figure. I mean, it's okay. Like I said, the cape just does not sit well at all. But I guess in terms of value for money, it was all right. You got the figure, the cape, and the rifle. And as I've said a million times in my other videos, when I was spending my own pocket money on figures, I was always conscious of value for money. And this figure does represent that. Yeah, the material's all right, actually. I think it's the exact same fabric that was used on the Luke Jedi cloak. But yeah, Pruneface, it's all right, I guess. So that was a look at Pruneface, and as I mentioned there, not a figure I had as a child, and indeed not one I was even aware of as a child. But nevertheless, it's nice to have it now, and if you are looking to complete your collection, you will need to own a Pruneface. So thank you for watching, with special thanks going out to the Patreons. Please like, please subscribe, and as always, stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.